Hey everybody, Krusty the Clown here. No, I'm just joking. Torsar here with another sports talk video, clown talk video. I don't know. I didn't know I was going to talk about this again, but I just can't resist it. The Shannon Sharp incident the other night at the Lakers Grizzlies game. By now, you probably know what happened. You saw what happened. I made a video about it. I see a lot of people on Twitter complaining about it. Oh, Shannon Sharp, he should have never been allowed back in the game. Oh my lord, how is this fair? Oh, a regular fan, this and that. Oh. Alright, first of all, it cracks me up because the guys who I've seen mostly belly aching about it are, lo and behold, Memphis based media. Wow, who would have thought? The Memphis based media. Way to show your bias a little bit more. It cracks me up when people want to be so like over the top with the just sensitivity and just crying about something that wasn't even that. It was just so innocuous. All he did was say you're too small to guard LeBron. And before I even get into the Dillon Brooks stuff, this is the fault of NBA players. They open the door for this. Now, anyone who watches an NBA game, you see what these guys do now after they score a basket very often, right? They run around with their hand like this. Now, they put it down low. I don't want to stand up and, go through all that. This is the symbol for too small to guard me. Now, in my opinion, it's borderline taunting, if not is taunting. And honestly, if I had been in the NBA and someone had done that to me, I'm not trying to be a tough guy, but I can promise you there would have been problems. And I think that that's what some people really need to do is start just causing issues after someone does this, too small thing, and then maybe this whole thing will be gotten rid of. So they open the door for this, the NBA players themselves. So are you just being a huge hypocrite because it was done to you or the team that you cover? Or is it okay? Is it not okay? Because if it's okay, then just be quiet about the whole Shannon Sharp thing because it's insignificant. Me personally, no one got physically hurt. Just a bunch of hurt baby feelings. So I think it was great. It was a great thing to talk about. It was my most watched video by far. So thank you, Shannon, once again. Now let me show you guys. First of all, if you didn't see it, this is what Dillon Brooks said after the game about Shannon Sharp.
I know you said earlier you didn't want to talk about what Shannon said, but there was
doubling. This is when he doubled down after the game.
Saying that you're too small to guard LeBron, and then you swore back at him. Is that what happened? What
No, I
was
told
your
him he missed the shot.
Just come with me.
That's all.
No, that's not what he said.
Kind
So he lied.
A regular pedestrian like him, no.
Doubled down, regular pedestrian.
But it's LA.
Thanks, Dillon. Thanks, Dave.
So if he's a regular pedestrian, why are you responding to him? If I was on the sidelines and I was yelling, you're too small to guard LeBron, you're too small to guard LeBron, that would have never happened. There was probably 20 other fans along the sidelines, if not more, shouting stuff like that. It's not derogatory. He wasn't being mean, dirty, anything you could think of. The only reason they took heart is because it's Shannon Sharp and he's one of these guys that have opinions about this stuff. He pretty much gets paid to have an opinion. Well, you know what? People want to watch stuff like that. There is a large market for talking about sports, and very often, annoyingly now today, it goes off the court, off the field. You could turn on— and when something happens, with all this woke business nowadays, they'll sit there and you have to shut off ESPN now sometimes because they're not even talking about sports all day. They just go on and on and on about things that, what are you supposed to do? Like the Deshaun Watson thing. What are you supposed to do about that after it happens? It happened. Was there victims? Maybe. But that's a legal issue. And to just sit there and rehash it and talk about it all day. You know, some people might say, "Oh, you're not being sensitive to the victims." I don't have to be. I don't know them. I'm not involved with them whatsoever. To my knowledge, they're all still alive. They're all physically capable of still going to work and doing a job. And if not, then either you're overreacting to what happened to you, or he should have been charged with a more serious crime. You can't have it both ways. And this is what my problem is with Dillon Brooks and a lot of people nowadays, is they just can't, like, he could have just said, yeah, Shannon's, everyone who knows who Shannon is, he can be a little bit over the top, and, during the game, your emotions are up. We're sports players. Like the most classic incident is Richard Sherman after that NFC Championship game, when he had just made one of the best plays, and who was it, Crabtree? And literally 30 seconds after the game, they stuck the microphone in his face and asked him what he thought about it. And he went berserk. Well, if you had asked him that question 5 minutes later, I'm sure he wouldn't have responded to it like that. So, obviously, if it had just ended at that, he said that right after the game. I didn't think it was a big deal. Obviously I mentioned it in the video, the whole average pedestrian, that's just funny. But now, like a lot of people are nowadays, not only did he have to double down, but now he's tripled down. So listen to what he said about LeBron. He's just another dude. He's never run the league. He's always been the guy in second. I just think it's funny he wants to do all this talking after a regular season win. So LeBron James is just another dude. Well, just like the average pedestrian thing, if he's just another dude, why are you even commented? He's never run the league. No? Alright, technically you're right. Adam Sandler runs the league. He's always been the guy in second. So LeBron James has never won the NBA championship. I just think it's funny he wants to do all this talking after a regular season win. All he did was back up Shannon. What was all the talking he did? I just don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why people try to save face by doubling and tripling down on idiocy. It's just clowns living in a clown world. I don't know. There's not much more to say about it than that. If someone has a different side of it, maybe, can tell me like, hey, well, you forgot about this, or no, I disagree with you, maybe about the hand thing, because that's the players within the game. Like I said, I think it's borderline taunting, if not taunting. I honestly, with how sensitive sports nowadays, I can't believe it already hasn't been, stopped, because it's honestly, it is kind of like towards the person to say they're too small to guard him. That's, I don't know. Does that not qualify as body shaming? Me, personally, I'm not that sensitive. I wouldn't have a problem with it. I just think it's extremely hypocritical with how sensitive everyone is nowadays, with the whole body shaming and wokeness and all this other crap, that then that's allowed. I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if I'm out of line. Let me know if you agree. and probably be the last video of the day. I wasn't really planning on making this one until I saw what he said about LeBron. And then, of course, you read some of the comments on how people feel about LeBron, saying he's always played in someone else's era and everything. It's like, oh boy, man, it's just letting your bias, your obvious bias, run rampant. But until the next one, stay healthy. Peace.